We're told that we have this equation, 6 equals 6x plus 2. Okay, this guy over here. And we want to solve it for x. Well, when you see something that says solve for x, what that means is we have a goal. Okay, the goal is get x by itself. When x is by itself, we'll know what it's equal to. That'll be the solution to the equation. So what we have to do to make that happen is a special set of operations called balancing the equation. And I'm going to show you how to do that. This is a two-step equation, so it is not going to take more than about 2 steps. And it's a linear equation. That's kind of useful to know. This right here, see the x in there? It just has a single exponent. It's x to the 1 power, so we don't even bother saying it. X to the 2 power, x to the 3 power, those are harder to solve. But this one should be fairly straightforward. So I'm going to write that down here. 6 equals 6x plus 2. And because this is linear, I don't have to use factoring or any other techniques. Some people jump right to factoring because they're used to it. But I can just start trying to get x by itself right away. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to subtract 2 from the right side. The reason I'm doing that is because I see addition. Okay, this is an addition sign right here. And I want to get rid of that addition by doing some subtraction, the opposite operation. Now, in order to do that subtraction, it's only legal if you do it on both sides of the equal sign. So I have to do it on the left and on the right. Now what happens is pretty slick, right? We cross out the plus 2 minus 2 because that makes 0. And this side, 6 minus 2 equals 4. So I just get 4 equals 6x. Well, that's great. There's only one step left. I just have to get rid of that 6 that's in front of the x. And you have to think about what's going to work here. What is actually happening between 6 and x? Well, that's kind of like 6 times x. Sometimes you'll see a multiplication sign like that, and sometimes you won't. In this case, I don't. But I have to know it's multiplication anyway. So subtraction would not work here. You can't use subtraction to get rid of multiplication. You have to use division. So I'm going to divide the right side by 6 and divide the left side by 6. Now that makes the 6's disappear. So all you have left is x equals 4 divided by 6, just a fraction. Now, sometimes they won't accept that as an answer because you haven't reduced the fraction. So you have to remember that you can divide the top and bottom by 2, kind of like this. And that'll give you something more like 2/3, if you think about reducing that fraction. And that's your answer. See, I have x by itself now. There's nothing else in front of it. So I just put that in as the answer to this problem.